everyone. This is the GTraderPro Weekly Futures Breakdown. I'm Gil, and we're here closing out the week with a look at what played out, what mattered, and what it means going forward. Let's review the action from last week, and we'll start off with the ES. Last weekend in our post, we had talked about Friday. We closed out last week at 56.88 area, and we talked about the importance of 58.14. This was my upside target from last Sunday coming into the week. And we can see on Monday, in fact, that they ran straight for it and closed strongly above it. So my initial target minimum was 58.14. Quite frankly, did not expect a strong close above it like that on Monday. And on Monday, once they did that, we updated our subscribers, our paid subscribers, that the market was then likely to go up for the remainder of the week and test 59.57. So that strong close above 58.14 opened up the door for this to occur. We notified our traders on Monday that this was likely to occur, and we took advantage of that and traded on the long side predominantly throughout the week and traded effectively for 59.57. That was the updated target. It was achieved on Friday. We were expecting it to be achieved and closed below. We closed just below it. This is going to be important coming into next week. Be sure to tune back in later in the weekend for the weekly preview. That'll be posted later in the weekend. But this is what we saw on Monday. Again, the strong close above 58.14. Surprise, we adjusted and updated our target to 59.57. It was a beautiful call. All done live in our paid subscription. Let's go take a look at the Nasdaq. Really good week for the Nasdaq. We indicated it was going to be a bullish week as well on the Nasdaq. The key level we needed to see the market get above, as I noted last weekend, 20,357. And once they cleared that level, it opened up our main upside target, which was 20,911. And again, like the ES, you can see they closed right above it. First attempt, strong close on Monday. Based on that strong close, we updated the forecast to include 21,340, which was basically achieved with a swing high of about 21,525 on Friday and Thursday. Slightly higher, we have an objective 21,645. We may see that. We'll talk about that in our upcoming preview of next week's action. Strong close continues above 21,225. We closed in a really good position, and despite this strong up week, we may not be done, and we'll see. So again, stay tuned for our upcoming weekly preview. That'll be posted later in the weekend. But again, great results. We anticipated strength coming into the week. The strength was surprisingly strong, and we updated our forecast to include these upside levels, which were reached later in the week. Nice to see it. Let's take you over to the Russell. Again, last weekend we talked about the importance of 2036 and that a close above 2036 would open up the two upside levels I talked about in last week's video, 2088, and a strong rally would include 21,012, which was achieved right off the bat on Monday. So a real strong rip to the upside, excuse me, on Monday. You'll notice that despite that strong spike, we could not close daily in the Russell above 2112. This is going to be a key factor going forward again into the week. We'll talk about this in our next video, previewing next weekend. Be sure to tune in for that. In the meantime, was a great completion. We called for this with the breakout above 2036, that they would target this level. It was a great call. It was a great completion. Our traders were aware of that and took full advantage of that as well. Next, we have the YM. Now, the YM, we said last Friday, again, closing below a level that they had tested here last Thursday on the 8th. They had tested 41,670. I mentioned in last week's video that if we could get past that level, they would first achieve 42,000. If we could close and get above 42,000, my upside target for the week in the Dow was 42,700. They achieved that on Friday, and note that they spiked it and closed below it. A very normal thing for the market to do. But they did achieve the upside target. We've got a higher level that's possible. We'll talk about that again in the preview video that will be released a little bit later in the weekend. In the meantime, another great rally into the weekly top, achieving the targets we had set last Sunday with a bullish move above 41,700. You can see it certainly played out quite nicely. Let's go to our final two markets, gold and crude. Last week I talked about gold. With the close below, my number was 33.90. With the close below that level on Friday, I alerted you that we should see 32.45, and we hit it right off the bat on Monday. I also noted that if we closed below that level, 32.45, it actually opened up for quite a decline, down to 31.28 was the price I mentioned in last week's preview video. We achieved that and a little bit more. So it was a beautiful, beautiful decline with the close, as noted, below 32.45. And we can see the market rushed right back up to it and again closed below it. So it was a fantastic trade for us in gold. Once we saw this break, we knew this price was coming. Our traders took full advantage of that. It was a great week for us in the gold market as well. And again, stay tuned, a very important week coming up. So tune back in for the weekly preview for gold. Lastly, we'll talk about crude. On Friday, market closed down here at 61. Sunday, when I made the video, I told you crude was going to rally up into a top, and we would at least reach 62.83. And they did. They reached well above it, up to 63.65 and higher, before coming back down. This was a top. We expected the top, and they immediately got right back below 62.83 and came all the way back down to Friday's closing level at 61.05. So it was a really good volatile week. Not a huge range, but a great volatile week for us. That was the top. We expected, as we said in the video last weekend, crude would rally up into a top from which they would sell off. We actually took intraday shorts at 63.40 last week on Wednesday. Worked out beautifully for a multi-day decline, come back down to $61. So it worked out fantastic for our subscribers, and we look forward to more crude in the week ahead. Again, we'll address crude later in the weekend with the weekly preview forecast. I hope you've enjoyed this. It was a great week for us. Many of the forecasts we had all played out just as expected, and we're looking for another great week coming up. So thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an update. And look forward to seeing you join our free Discord community for daily insights, trader chat. The link is in the description. And visit GTraderPro.com for one-to-one training, tools, and resources. And be sure to follow us on social media. Stay connected with the GTraderPro ecosystem. Got a big week coming up next week. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.